facts, no? Through clinical observation, pupunta ka talaga doon. Epidemiologists really go to the area where there is an outbreak, no? So after clinical observation of the patients, then you examine laboratory examination, biological. Then conduct epidemiological studies, then do statistics. Kaya we cannot get away with statistics in epidemiology. Part and parcel of epidemiology is statistics. Then, step 8 is refining hypotheses and executing additional studies. Why? Because unveiling analytic studies, maybe you have poor hypothesis, no? So you need to have more specific exposure histories. Pag-aralan mo pa, no? So maybe you need more specific control groups. And then step 9 is you implement control and prevention measures. So you have studied already, then you plan to control, no? So you want to prevent additional diseases and we want to prevent the outbreak in the future. What form? Kaya nga pinag-aralan natin, di ba? Because we want to prevent occurrence of next outbreak. So for control measures and prevention, so we don't want to wait for the end of the investigation. Act agad, no? Kung mayroon ng idea what's happening. So general measures at the beginning, then specific measures according to the result of your study. Then kinds of measures that you may implement, no? So maybe alam mo na ang source na water. Maybe you can start now chlorination of water. No? Kahit hindi mo pa alam anong organism na nandun sa water. Okay? So gano'n, the transmission. So you can already start hygiene measures. Then alam mo na ang carrier. No? So maybe you want to segregate, no, the carrier from the rest of the population. And maybe you want to reduce the susceptibility of the host through vaccination. No? Then communicate risk if outbreak is affecting the public. So most important is we communicate what we found. No? So useless man, nasa office lang natin yung data. We have to communicate. Kaya minsan nakikita natin ang epidemiology chief natin sa TV. No? Sino nga yan? Do you know? Doctor? I think epidemiologist, no, sa Pilipinas. Payag, yeah, Dr. Payag. So after that, findings niya, they have to communicate to the public. Okay? Then follow-up recommendations. So what activities have been taken? What should be the next step? No? What if health status has improved or not? No? If health problems has been reduced or not? The art of epidemiological reasoning is to make some reasonable conclusions starting from imperfect data. So you really start from imperfect data and then, of course, correct na later on. Better information leads to better results, which means having a good description of time, place, and person, good data collection, well-coordinated multidisciplinary team. So this should be your action. So first is there is immediate detection. Detect agad ang epidemic and then there should be immediate response so that there will be reduced morbidity and mortality. No? Kaya kung maghilay-hilay ta, so mas madami ang mas affected. So if this is your response graph, so kung at day 1 you have detected the first case, and then i-report mo na lang on the 9th day na, and then mag-confirmation ka pa o laboratory confirmation ka up to the 19th day pa, ang response mo based on your lab confirmation on the 28th to the 50th day pa from the first case, you have a very small na time for, you have very small opportunity na to control. Hindi mo na na-catch yung very high cases at day 19, no? At day 19 to 22. Hindi mo na siya na-catch. So very late ang action, no? So dapat paspasan. So dapat ganito. So at the first day of catching the case, then gagawa ka kaagad ng detection, and then confirmation, and then response na on the third day. So, hindi pa tumaas ang kaso, nakuha mo na siya, naka-respond ka na kaagad. No? So, malaki ang time na mag-prevent mo ang epidemic kung paspas ang monitoring and action ng epidemiologist. So, kaya importante ang trabaho ng epidemiologist. No? So, for ethical aspect, so hindi rin basta-basta tayo pupunta doon. We have to have some ethics also, no? So, we still have to secure consent of the people, no? Informing local authorities and the communities, and ethical treatment of animals. So, if you found na a certain disease is transmitted through the dogs, no? So, hindi ka basta-basta papatay ng mga aso, di ba? So, meron pa rin tayong ethics dyan. So, best practices is to establish clear and concise policies and procedures, careful documentation, effective communication skills, evaluate and review responses, and expect the unexpected. So, pagpunta mo doon, maybe the people are not there, important people that are review are not there, merong new, merong emerging pathogen, hindi mo pa alam, wala pa sa libro natin. There may be some cases like that. Or wala pa sa Philippines, ngayon lang na-transmit sa Pilipinas. No, so these are challenges that you have to face. Okay?